So we're headed out on a fell run tomorrow, and I thought maybe you'd like to come along. It's going to be an early start by the looks of it because the weather is best in the morning. We're only actually doing one fell because we've just got a Wainwright that's sort of by itself. We could have tagged it on to doing the Skiddaw round when we did that, though due to the weather conditions at the time, it just snowed, really heavy snow, so we had to park a little bit further away, which meant a long road walk at the end of doing a number of the fells. So we didn't do that one at the time, but this way we get to see some of the Cumbria Way anyway, so we'll be heading along that path before heading up to Bakestall. It's been a while since I've done any running really. I've done a couple bits, but I had a chest infection at the time, so it wasn't the most productive. I got ill the day after we moved in, which dragged on for a couple months, and then I ended up in hospital, which was a bit of a curveball to the end of the year. So I'm just glad to be feeling like myself again. And I'm just procrastinating at the moment because after we moved in here, we just dumped all of our kit into the new kit cupboard, and we haven't organised it, we haven't sorted it through, and the access to that cupboard is a little bit sketchy. First aid kit. Just nice to come out and do something pretty easy and pretty low key and still get some amazing views. If you continue along the Cumbria Way, you'll reach Skiddaw House, the highest and most isolated hostel in Britain. Built in 1829 by the 3rd Earl of Egremont, it originally served as a keeper's lodge for grouse shooting and managing the land, and was also used by shepherds. Now the grouse and other wildlife can find a peaceful home here, and it welcomes wet and weary walkers as they cross the desolate fell, bog and moorland. It's completely off-grid and not accessible by car, so don't try driving up here. This 4x4 will be doing a supply drop or other maintenance. I've never stayed at the hostel, but I would love to return when the heather is in bloom and do a video on the Skiddaw Forest restoration project. So I've just left the Cumbria Way. That was a really substantial trek all the way up to Skiddaw House. You make for a really nice run all the way up there. But what we're doing is heading off that now and heading straight up the Fell by way of this little trek up here. It started off really quite boggy and I was thinking, okay, we're going to get really muddy, but it's actually quite nice and rocky. So it's fine to head straight up here and not too much further and we will get to the top. I don't know about you, but my biggest challenge is staying consistent with routines or habits. It feels like my brain resists settling into a predictable pattern. I think that's the thing about creativity though, it's innately chaotic. For years as a freelancer, I coloured within the lines of other people's creations. Now I run my own business, it's sometimes hard to see the wood for the trees. But I know that consistency is the foundation for growth in any area of your life. And running is like an anchor. You get out of your head and into your body. It's methodical, repetitive, grounding. You can't reimagine it, it's just one foot in front of the other, over and over again. And mentally, that was such a struggle for me, but it's become comfortable now, comforting even. And it doesn't matter if you're doing 5k or 50k, you're showing up and investing in your mind and body. So consistency is my word of the year. Is there something that you'd like to stay consistent with? Let me know, and who knows where you'll be this time next year. Time spent in the Fells is time well spent, but it is time to go home. I'll see you back at the cottage for the next video. Stay cozy.